अस्सलाम वालेकुम। कलीम सीरीज़ की पेडागोजी MCQ सीरीज़ के साथ आपकी खिदमत में हाजिर है। टू मेक अरेंजमेंट इज़ द पार्ट ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। Execution of the plan and decision is a part of the commanding. Staff development means staff training. School budget means both A and B development and non-development budget. Both BDM stand for the budget manual. Non-development budget include all of the above. New libraries, etc. constructed under the development budget. Leadership is the ability to all of the above, to influence, to motivate, and to achieve organization goal. All of the above. Selecting one course of the action among the various alternatives is a decision making. Who is called as the father of the scientific management theory? Frederick Taylor. Who is the father of the operational management theory? Henry Fayol. All government grant and expenditure are maintained in the cash register. In case GP, if advance, the number of the installment for refunding is 24. Development alternatives is the step of planning how fund is given period will be obtained, and the spent is budget. Type of the supervision encouraging variety or originality and independent experimentation is creative. Who educate bureaucracy theory? Max Weber. Directing must be consistent with all of the above. Organizational policies, procedure, job description, all of the above. In case of the new recruitment, the probation period is for the period of 3 months. To make arrangement is the part of organization. Execution of plan and decision is the part of commanding. Staff development means staff training. School budget means both expenditure and non-expenditure. Question number 36. The power delegating throughout the organization and decentralization. The path of the modern theory of management is Henry Fayol. The smallest interacting part of the system is the component which pension is the grant to the civil servant who retired in the age of the 60. Superannuation. All financial transactions of the schools occurring from the day to day enter in the cash book. The process of directing other toward the accomplishment of the sum objective is the managing. Rules and the procedure should be responsible and necessary. The ACR cannot be initiated for a period of less than 3 months. The individual in the group given the task of the directing and coordinating is supervisor. Choice made between the two or the more alternative is a decision. The cash book is maintained by DDO. Classroom are the crowded, busy place in which the student of the diverse background and learning style must organize, directing, and actively involved in the learning is classroom. The best managed classroom is a one in which each learner is effectively engaged in the constructing knowledge through. Children learn in the various ways: behavioral approach, cognitive approach, constructive approach, all of the above. Which statement is correct? All of the above. Which development is dialectic method of discovering the truth through the reasoning and through the conversation. The right answer is Socrates. Who believe that the truth and the knowledge are to the find within us and can be discovered by self-reflections. This Plato. Who believe that the truth and the knowledge are to be found outside of us and can be discovered and explored through the sense. Learning by inquiry Aristotle, who believed that idea can exist prior to the experience and that the mind is separated from the body. Descartes said that who believe that the children's mind is like the blank state that is shaped by the experience believed that we use in sense to gain experience and hence create knowledge. Locke said this, who suggested that education should be shaped to the child, celebrate the concept of childhood and feel that the children should be allowed to be developed naturally. Rousseau, who referred to knowledge that was present before the experience of the prior knowledge. Kant, psychologists are agree that the education implies can be both process and the product. In 19th century, European psychologists developed the best attention to the studies dealing with the mental imagery, which psychologists introduced the application of the scientifically evolved principle and theories of the learning in the education system. American, a teacher who among the classroom from the ecological perspective would be most likely to plan and architect group activities very carefully. Orchestric plan and orchestric group activities very carefully. Successful educational practices evolved from the application of the scientific method. By gentle method of the studying human development can be utilized both horizontal and vertical. The questionnaires method is very useful in some area of investigation. Skill interview can discover many facts about the person interviewed. Case study include data concerning family background and educational development. Psychologist experiment is used to test concerning human behavior. Method of the research is both exact and refined method to conduct experimental probably according to the human factor. Individual may vary from day to day in their performance. For study purpose, the member of the group of the young people can be differ among themselves in the habit, both abilities and interest. Teachers are closely associated with the learning process. The teacher can provide the kind of the stimulation to enable the children to become active learners. Children should be given an opportunity to experience the democratic way of the life in the school. The value of the satisfaction is learning is emphasized by the psychologists nowadays. For growth of the children, some parents and teachers were the concerned about providing healthful condition. The teacher should have an intelligence score of 120. When a teacher is certified in the teaching, it does not mean his education is complete. A quantitative description of the experiment data is simplifying a measurement. Commonly, health agencies should be organized. The importance of the physical aspect of the education in our school and the college. Evaluation of the individual readiness for the future learning is become a common practice. The nervous or the shy children cannot obtain a benefit from the learning experience. Learning to lead is a complex activity. To obtaining of the thought from the written material can be possible through alien reading. A successful practice is a real test of the learning. It openly observed that evaluation involves much more than any measurement. Environment should be main focus of the institute. Webster defined evaluation as examining and judging the worth, quality, significance, amount, degree, or the condition of the something. Who introduced the term mental test? Kettle, an attitude of the pair-minded appreciation of the value can be obtained through the concentration of the mental measurement, which test present the test of the abstract intelligence language. The main purpose of the supervision of the teaching should be advancement of the pupil welfare. Supervision should be primarily constructive and creative. The basic purpose of the supervision should be children learn more effectively. The elementary school teachers are directly responsible to the headmaster. The criticism most frequently leave the school administration is that they fail to provide leadership. The school headmaster are expected to put into operation the course of study. Supervisor is one who provides friendly help. The effective supervision is indicated by the helpful teacher becoming more staff sufficient. The school policy should be determined by the professional educators. The chief responsibility of the principal is to provide the leadership in the instructional plans. The authorized person of the staff performing is the head teacher. The history of administration goes back to 500 BC. Administration means to look after. The function of the educational administration and management is both instructional task and non-instructional task. Provision of the good education environment is the instructional task. Authoritarian model is more suitable for the disciplined. Teacher salaries and allowances collectively are written in the cash register. To motivate the other to achieve certain goal is leading a program activity which is designed to attain educational and is a curriculum. Superannuation retirement age in Pakistan is 60 years. Pension is given if the retirement is after the 25 years. Person who possesses the quality of leadership is a leader. The process of the making judgment is evaluation. The characteristics of the good planner are all of the above. What are the E and D rules? Efficiency and discipline rules. First year teachers typically describe. Right answer is describe classroom management problem as a very difficult to deal with. Thank you so much for watching video.